Hello YouTube, and welcome back to Let's Play Dungeon Defenders. In this episode we're going to my favorite stage, and something I've realized is that this past 3 or 4 stages have been oh, I really like this stage, then oh no, I don't like this one, and then oh, I really like that one, but then no, I don't really like the next one. It's ridiculous. It's just like an off and on whether or not I like it or not. But anyways, this stage, like I said, is actually my favorite, even though, as you might be wondering, why is it my favorite when it's not symmetrical at all in any way? Well, I don't really have a good answer for that. Or not really. I guess I have an answer. But just because even though most of my favorite tracks are symmetrical and they have order and you can just mimic your defenses on either side and everything, this stage does a really good job of having one area, or kind of 2, maybe 3, but specifically at least one area where it's just this long hallway where a melee DPS or even a ranged DPS, just someone who's really good at using their hero for their attack damage, shooting or something, where a bunch of enemies will come through and you can just stand here and take them all out on your own and not have to move around too much, while you can use your defenses to cover up the rest of them, so that way it's not like, what am I doing? It's not like the whole level you kind of need to be a builder, like for servants' quarters, or any other level. I don't think there's any level where it's like specifically better if you're a DPS or anything. But anyways, so I like that there's specific points where a DPS would be helpful, and then other points where, there's wyverns that are going to come from that direction, so it's nice to have a builder or something, or even just a ranged DPS, I guess. Alright, just going to put some magic missile towers down at the beginning, except for here. I'm actually going to put down a firewall tower. Yeah, I'll put down 2. I was thinking about just 1 and then a lightning tower, but I'll put down 2 and a lightning tower. Alright, so that was probably a big waste, because now I only have enough mana for 1 magic missile tower. Alright, so that's going to be a little bit of a difficulty. But just put down a magic blockade to help it out a little bit, and that should be good. Alright, so there should be a wyvern coming in from this way, and also, something that I think I noticed is that there's like an invisible block right here that you can't get past. So it's pretty strange that you can't do that. But anyways, that's beside the point. Stand up here, and with a ranged DPS, or even with like a squire or something, you can probably get that enemy if you can aim right. Alright, so that's an easy wyvern to take down. But of course it is only the first wave, and then just check in to make sure that my magic missile tower can take down that one. And it does. Alright. And oh look, there's another one. But my lightning tower actually got it. That's interesting. Alright, so as you can see, there's a lot of enemies coming in from this side. So I'm actually going to come in and help my my magic missile tower, because it's not doing that well, I guess, because there are so many enemies. And it doesn't have the best of stats. Alright, and only a few more. There's that ogre and the mage that's giving me trouble. And oh nice, I shot the kobold as well. Alright, and that should be it. Okay, good. Now, if you're playing multiplayer, this door right here will also bring an ogre later on in the level. But single player it doesn't, so just, keep that in mind. And I'm also going to sell this magic missile tower. It served its purpose well, and now it does not need to serve its purpose. Let's see, I'm going to put another fireball tower down, just to be a little more helpful. This corner always gives me trouble for the same reason as mages give me trouble, because the mages will always stand, right here, where the towers can't attack them, and then send in their skeletons over here, and all that nonsense. But this time, is that mana stuck in the roof? Anyways, I'm going to put a magic missile tower right about here, just because there are going to be a couple more wyverns coming in from that direction, and just going to get a little more mana from down here. This part always kind of gets clogged up with enemies, which is why I'm putting so many defenses right there, even though it's not that much of a space to put defenses. And while the magic missile towers were successful, well, yeah, I'm going to put a lot of defenses here, because as you might have guessed, or as I might have already said, there's going to be an ogre coming in from this side. So, just get another chest, and then throw in a Deadly Striker Tower. And, well, actually I probably should have thrown in a, what's it called, lightning tower first, but that's fine. Because I've already got the magic missile towers, and now the deadly striker tower to get rid of any fire type element enemies, while my fireball tower is there. Alright, so more chest of 279, and what needs more defenses? That one crystal. And also another thing to mention is that the way the towers, or the way the crystals are set up, again, there's 3 crystals, but it might as well just be 2, because the 2 of them are really close together, so it's sort of like you're just defending one in that general area. And I don't know why I'm going over here. I was thinking about putting defenses around them, but I've already got the magic missile tower up there to defend against it. Alright, now, yeah, just fireball tower here, and a lightning tower there. Now I can get rid of the magic missile tower, and no, that's not enough. What else can I get rid of? No, that's it. Alright, so now I've got 100 mana, 76 out of 110. I'm going to put another magic missile tower or 2 up on top, just to give it a little bit more defense, and to use up a little more of my defense units, because I'm always trying to max them out to get the most out of my experience. Alright, now I've got 82 out of 110, that's 28. So with that, with my summon defenses, something costs 7. I could put down 4 more. Put down the one that's 21. So, oh, I'm thinking maybe I'll just put down 4 more lightning towers spread out throughout the map, just to increase my defense units. But obviously that will take quite a bit of mana. And lightning towers, they're not really the best. They do have their uses, especially with mages, to be able to chain the lightning off of the skeletal minion and actually get the mage itself. So that's pretty helpful. And then of course it's good to complement the fireball tower to get rid of any fire type enemies. So it does have its uses, but as like a solo tower, I guess, I'm not really sure how good it is. Never really tested it or anything. Alright, definitely gonna go put a lightning tower down by where the ogre is, just because there isn't a lightning tower over there. And like I said, I wouldn't really need it for the elemental advantage because I've already got, that actually is pretty helpful, so I'll get that. Alright, and of course now all my defenses look like they're hurt. Great. Okay, so I'm gonna put down some lightning towers. And they don't have that good range, so they're really just going to be helpful for the close range enemies, I guess, or I can put them... oh, I need more mana. So yeah, I'll just leave those 2 there, and then put the other 2 somewhere else, because now I just need 14, and they have 7 defense units, so obviously just need to put down 2 more, which means I need 240 mana, which I just got, and now I have more than 240, but... let's see, I'm actually going to put them right here, just to give this side a little bit more defense, because I know that there is a large group of enemies that come in through there, and I probably should have repaired those towers down there. Alright, well, I'm actually just going to go repair them, so yeah, I'll report it. I was thinking of doing a jump cut, but, like, okay, so my thought with the whole jump cut thing, where I would jump and then say jump cut, and have that be like a little kind of gimmick trademark thing where I say jump cut and actually jump and cut to another point or something. I thought that'd be cool, but I never really had a point where I thought, oh, I should probably do a jump cut here, because I'm always talking about strategy and all that, and it's like, well, if I'm just jump cutting, then that cuts into my time of talking about strategy, even though it does cut down the length of the video, and really I'm just walking around repairing everything, so you don't really need to watch that, but, oh well. I'll find some other way to use the jump cut, even if it's not a popular thing that's in all of my episodes, because I really thought that was kind of a clever, witty thing. But anyways, so yeah, all my defenses are repaired, and I don't need to upgrade them. Actually, I'm going to stay in here. I don't need to upgrade any of my defenses, because they have good enough stats on their own. I mean, look at this. I've got 3 magic missile towers, 2 fireball towers, 2 lightning towers, and a deadly striker tower. Like, I don't think anything could possibly get through here, except maybe like 10 ogres or something. Then again, even the fireball tower and the lightning towers would both be able to attack, pretty much like all 10 at once. So I don't think even 10 ogres could get through. But really, that's just a guess. I mean, I have no idea. Not caps lock. So yeah, just looking at this, looking at the mini map, just to keep an eye on all my other defenses, and I'm sure the lightning towers are doing pretty good up there on the top, chaining off to all the other enemies. That's always nice. And yeah, everything's doing good. And you might have noticed that giant harpoon turret type thing up there on the top that has the yellow outline, and that is actually not important at the moment, but it will be important in the final battle, which is just kind of a hint for those of you that don't know about the final battle, and for those of you who do know, then it's like, yeah, dude, you already know, what are you talking about? Anyways, that is actually a part of a challenge special mission type thing, but I've never actually played that special mission challenge thing. Maybe I will, eventually. Actually, this is a random moment, but I'm actually going to sort of plug or advertise someone else that plays Dungeon Defenders. His channel is ONightPineberries. I'll put a link in the description if you're interested. He also, like I said, he also plays Dungeon Defenders, and he is currently on the quest for the Ultimate Defender, where he has to get every achievement in the game, which is ridiculously hard and time-consuming. Specifically time-consuming, just because there's so much to do. And I think he's getting close. I haven't actually been keeping up with him that much, but yeah. So if you want to watch anyone else play Dungeon Defenders, just to get that different side of commentary or different strategy or something, I don't actually watch him that often. But also, on another side note, and also, there wasn't an ogre here last time, was there? Alright, okay, so it's only wave 7 out of 8. Man, so got another round, or wave. But, another thing that's interesting about ONightPineberries is that he also started this, sort of like a gaming Let's Play series of the game Eden Eternal, which is an MMO, or MMORPG really, and it looked kind of lame, I guess, from when I saw his video on it, but then I actually, you know, it was free to play, so I decided I might as well check it out, because he was inviting like all of his followers, or subscribers, to play the game with him, since it was an MMO and all that. And I thought, oh, that's a nice idea. So I looked at it and started playing it, and it was actually a really good MMO. It has a lot of strengths that pretty much the only MMO I've ever played, or like really played, was World of Warcraft. And even then, like I only like paid for time to play it like twice, maybe 3 times. But the majority of the time I spent playing World of Warcraft, I was playing the Starter Edition, that's just free to play, and you can only get to level 20 and all that. So I really enjoyed World of Warcraft. I played the heck out of that Starter Edition. It was ridiculous, but what else? I should probably get back up there to look at the other defenses, but so going into this new MMO, Eden Eternal, it seemed kind of worse, just because the visuals and like graphics, they're in a different style. They're more in the anime style, and I guess you could say that they're kind of a bit cheaper, but they're not bad. They're not bad graphics. They're just a different style than World of Warcraft, so I wasn't really used to it. And it just seemed like a lower quality when really it's a good graphics. I'm not trying to like insult the artist or anything. But the like interface and the general way the game works is much different from World of Warcraft, and in a lot of ways I would say it's better, but the one problem I guess that I would have with it is that it doesn't do a very good job on tutorial side of things. Like, I'm sure it was okay, but I kind of, you know, skipped reading like practically everything, but once you really understand how the game works, then it is a lot simpler and easier than World of Warcraft, and it has a lot more diversity in your classes, and you can transform between different classes on the same character pretty easily, and it's kind of encouraged. So it's it's a pretty good MMO. And of course, I've only been playing it for like less than a day, but I can definitely see myself putting a lot of hours into that thing. So I was also thinking, if anyone else is listening to this, I probably should have mentioned this on like a Bloons video, or I'll probably talk about it again on an update vlog. But anyways, man, now I realize I should have just talked about this on a update vlog rather than on a Dungeon Defenders. But anyways, which is actually okay. Stay on one track. I was thinking it'd be cool if I did an MMO series, either World of Warcraft on Starter Edition, or if it was the Eden Eternal, just to have it be something where I know that all of my subscriber fan people can actually like join with me and play the game with me. And I really do prefer the Starter Edition of World of Warcraft because then it's free to play, and then also Eden Eternal because the whole game I guess is free to play. But the problem with doing it on World of Warcraft is that when you are doing it on the Starter Edition, you can't invite people to a group, so it would kind of just be all of us playing it at the same time rather than playing it with each other. Although I'm pretty sure if there was just like 1 out of 5 people that actually had the paid account, then they can invite other people to a group. Because as the Starter Edition, you can be in a group with someone, you just can't invite people to a group, which is kind of lame, but makes sense, I guess. Right, so this side is doing pretty good. No problems there. And this is doing pretty good because of all those lightning towers that are chaining off everything. It's a pretty good range on that chain lightning. So yeah, it's pretty good. But as I was saying about World of Warcraft, I do think it's a pretty good game. And I was thinking, like, once I had, like, you know, in the future, like a year or two, if I had like 100 or 200 subscribers that actually wanted to play World of Warcraft, it would be cool if I could start like a guild of just my subscribers, and then like have it be a subscriber exclusive guild, and we could actually just talk from like update vlogs and stuff and assign jobs to people and really like make it a community guild thing, which I think that'd be a pretty cool idea. The only problem with that is that then you would actually have to buy the account, and it can get pretty expensive, especially for, you know, in our local economy of being in America and tough times and all that, which I totally understand, because obviously I definitely prefer the free-to-play version. But just an idea. I was also thinking it'd be kind of cool, maybe like some kind of Kickstarter thing, where we could raise enough money to pay for everyone's account, but I'm not really sure how that would work. But just an idea. And nah, I don't want to get this equipment, even though I'm just looking at it. And of course, it's like level 45. Why is that here? By the time I'm level 45, I can almost guarantee that I'll have a better weapon than that. Alright, so that's enough ranting for this episode, because, you know, that's it for this level. So, actually, that is better. I always love that. Alright, I'm actually going to just go upgrade my movement speed, because it's always great to have better movement speed. Alright, so that's it for this episode. Kind of started getting off topic and rambling about other things that I should have just put into an update vlog, which will probably be coming out next Monday. So, yeah, this is for you Friday. I'm recording this Thursday, and you shall see it Monday. Or, I mean, you shall see my update vlog Monday. Unless I decide to put it up on